So any others, any insights from last 6 days or today?
Shiva, I think you can get started. Maybe give the intro or some overview, and then start asking questions after that.
Yes, I'll do that. Meanwhile, I'm just seeing that. Anyone? Pullareddy ji, Sandeep sir, Praveen ji, Sheetal.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Any insights?
Nothing, sir.
Any reflections?
Nothing, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I think the session going very well. So we understood like.
Any reflections? I want to ask you your own life reflections after listening to the session, after doing the activity.
It will take few more days to get and how things happening in reality.
Okay.
Sir, generally we will be grudging upon the people who are not helping us. We will always remember we expect some help from people, and if they are not helping, we will always remember them. But today's analysis, it helped me. I received help from so many people that generally it is not striking my mind. Only always people who denied if I ask anything, that only always comes to the mind. But then we are getting, that is very generally, that occasions are very less. People who are refusing to help us or who are cheating us, these are very less, but our mind is occupying with most of their thoughts only.
Yes, sir. Nice.
So people who are helping us, we are forgetting.
Nice.
People who are denying or not helping us, we are remembering them more. That analysis I observed today, sir.
Very good, sir. Others, anyway, what are your insights? Any insights, it may be reflection, it may be a new point which you are drawn your attention to, or anything it reinforced. You already know it, but today you able to start thinking about it. Abdul ji, Sandeep ji.
Sir, the only thing I say, like when you make as a gratitude, you become more and more humble. So I think you develop your personality better. So you will be able to understand everyone, their competency, then react according to that. So you will become more aware. Like in every situation, you will be able to help others also, and basically helping yourself also. Because if you are not going in that phase, like reactive mode, so that will be help ourselves first, I would say.
Interesting. Anything else from others? Basaraj ji, Sheetal ji, who have not spoke yet, Hemant ji, Radha ji, Archana ji. Any insights, reflections from the application of these exercises, from reflection in your own life? Anubhav ji, please go ahead.
So today, Dad did something that I was upset about. I mean, like, I did not want to react, but I had to. I mean, like I did not want to react, but I had to react. So I reacted, and after some time, when I reflected back, I was that a reaction or was that a response? Because I was caring about him. I wanted to like tell him that this was wrong and like he created trouble for himself. So was that a reaction or a response or both? I don't know.
You're asking or you're sharing?
I'm asking.
Okay. Let's explore. I'll unpack that. Any other reflections other than that?
Other than that, yes, I'm still doing it. It's not completed. Like it's going in my mind.
Okay. Others? Any insights? Any reflections? Gayatri ji, Tejaswini, Praveen ji, Hemant. Nazir sir.
Shivagaru, this is Praveen here.
Praveen, please.
Actually, I need a little support from you. I'm stuck at this moment of time. To be precise, there is a scenario where I'm pretty stuck here. Let me go into the details of it. If at all we have been through this journey wherein the foundational value of trust has been, the foundation value has been said as trust. Suppose, let me take an example. I had a friend, not friend, but he's just a subordinate. He was, I don't know him much, but he was in my same office. So suddenly he lost his job and he wanted, he was in a critical condition and he came back to me for some support, financial support. A very bare minimal financial support, and he came over. So that has been taken care at that moment of time. And at that moment of time, even he said that, okay, I am going to return for so and so time, whatever it is possible. But thereafter, he did not even pick up my call, neither he talked to me, nothing has been done. In a way, the trust there has been shaken. There could be any reasons. Maybe he did not have any other job, or maybe he was unable to give. I don't know the reasons behind it. But literally, there was nothing. After 1 year almost, now again I'm getting the message from him for financial support. And now I am, hello? Are you able to hear?
Sir, please go ahead.
Yeah, I am in that past scenario. He's saying that he already broke the trust for me. How can I really consider him? This is what is a kind of a scenario that is coming. But the messages, if I see, it looks like he's in a critical condition. And it's not that he is expecting a huge financial support, but still. So the thought of that breaking that trust is actually making me, hampering me to take a call whether to actually help him or not. So, ऐसे scenario में क्या करना चाहिए? I am really out of my mind.
Sir, like the principle is same. Now, when he is not able to repay your money, are you suspecting his intent? Are you evaluating his competence?
Really don't know actually.
So that's the proposal. Now, when you are exploring this content, you are sincerely exploring this question. The proposal is any human being, to start with the people who are you related to, connected to. Their issue with them is the issue of the competence. Like how I am doing my mistakes, lack of my competence. How people...
Sir, you're muted, Shivagaru.
Is it?
No, I'm able to hear you.
It is able to hear.
Okay. So the moment you see this axiom, this reality, that issue with that person is the issue of the competence. first, you are not in that pain, sir. Number two, when you're giving the money, what was your assumption? That I think the other day also similar question has come. So it's you evaluated his competence, whether he will be giving the money, he may not give the money at that time. You have some assumption about him, isn't it?
Right. I had.
So now, it's your assumption may wrong. Your evaluation about his competence may wrong. Okay. Now come to the present situation. Now, why you are thinking about it? If you know that he may not repay the money, but why you are thinking about his request? First question you need to ask, is this relationship matters to me? If yes, then now can I afford to give this money? If he may not repay back again, but can I afford to it? If these two things are there, then go ahead. But if these two things are not there, if that relationship may not be that very important for you at this moment, second, you may not afford that much money, then please leave it. But what you need to see is that how you are feeling. If you are feeling that pressed with the situation, if there is a pain when you are not contributing to it, then you need to ask yourself why that pain is coming from, where it is coming from. Think about that.
Okay. Thank you.
So, any other questions? Any generic questions to overall?
Hello, Shiva Guru.
Sir.
Sir, how are you?
Sir?
Sir, how are you?
Great. Great.
Sir, just as Praveenji asked a question that when he gave the money to that person, sir, is this a case of over evaluation? Because he was never ever in a situation of this financial distress. So, but he would be thinking that the person would be able to pay back in that certain amount of time. So he would be assuming that he would repay back whatever in the period. So, sir, is this a case of over evaluation, over respect means? What can we say it?
Yes, there may be over evaluation, under evaluation, both. The under evaluating our condition, that if you have excess money, more than required you have, then you need not to worry. If that person is matters to you, then you may afford to give that money without any repayment. But if you are not in that position, you are not feeling prosperous, if you are not feeling that I have more than that, then you need to be very much conscious that whether other person can repay or not. What is happening, sir, here, the feeling in relationship, the relationship becoming secondary, material, the money becoming the primary. It's not the wrong. If I am in that condition, then I need to ask myself that do I have responsibility in that case or not? Isn't it?
Okay, sir.
If you are already pressed with this money, if that money is very much is important for you, that repayment, then you should be conscious that whether you can afford to give it back or not.
Okay.
No, for me, relationship is more important. Then where the pain is coming from? Money is secondary, money is not that important. But for me, relationship is important. That's why I choose to give that. But when other person is not lifting my phone, when his other person is not responding to me, why the pain is coming? Am I suspecting his intent? Am I reached out to him in another way? Am I assured it? Look, I am not calling for money, but why you are not doing like this? What happened? There are many ways.
Okay, sir.
So we need to ask that where the disturbance is coming from. First, he may not give the money. The problem is still there outside. But now I am also entered into the problem. I am also in the reaction. I am also worrying about it.
So, sir, if we see, sir, this way, then it is transferring to be the mistrust actually. Initial.
Yes.
And when mistrust is there, now it is leading to the declining of the relationship, which is
naturally you will assume many things about him.
No.
Yeah. So like one of our facilitators gives this example. Like most of the times, for example, like the money, or take another example. You invited someone to some function at your home. If they didn't come, so the many assumptions take place in our head. No, that time I didn't go. That's why they did not come. Like they have so much ego. That's why they didn't come. Many things. But if the feeling of relationship is more important, you yourself, you may call that what happened.
Right.
Isn't it?
Right.
Now, what is that like? When issue or relationship, there are two things. Issue needs to be addressed. But what is the feeling in that relationship towards that other person?
Right.
If that is missing, then all these issues will multiply. They add, like in a bank, compound interest. That so many interests will come.
I think, sir, we want to say one thing, that if we are good in competence, then we will help in the relationship, I think.
Definitely. If you are not able to give money, you may communicate, look, I want to give money, but right now my condition is not like this.
Okay.
You may help him in another ways, either moral support. You may want to talk to him. You want to suggest what are the other ways he can procure some money, many things. Like now, what is happening? Just you need to sit and observe. Many times our mind plays these games. The way we condition with, immediately that a novel, we write a novel within few minutes. There is some incident is happening. You are interpreting that situation, that incident. In between, if we don't have the right perspective, if we don't have the right feeling, we build so many stories, so many novels. That's very much detrimental to our relationship. First, our peace of mind to start with.
So overall, sir, we can say it's a very, very dynamic process, and we need to be very much aware of everything, every thought.
That's what Hari.
Right.
For third day, that's what whole session Hariji was saying it. Awareness, awareness, awareness.
Thank you.
Because who I am, what I really want, what I really want, that inner one voice always haunts us. Whenever we do the wrong thing, whenever we have wrong feeling, that haunts us. We cannot escape from that person, that inner voice. When you are aware, immediately you see that, yes, there is some disturbance. What I can do differently.
Right. Okay.
Very much important. When that awareness, the moment you are aware, naturally your mind suggests what to do now.
Right.
The moment you are not aware, you struck at why this happened, why he did like this. Then that entire story will be framed in the head.
I think then at that case, precondition may become dominant.
Right.
Right.
We are good at that, na?
Right. Thank you very much.
Nice. No, sir. This conscious practice. You need to affirm yourself. The last day, Hariji will give his suggestions. But every day we need to affirm. We need to ensure this positive feeling. Then slowly, the way you look at things will change.
Yeah, got it, sir. Thank you.
Yes, nice. Pravinji, very much is connected to your question.
Yeah, I was watching that. However, now when you spoke to him, then what I was able to get is there is one more issue arising out of it. The point here is that since this is a process and there can be failures during the process, as we discussed on that day, there is an equal amount of opportunity that when I am looking at what I want, even that can become an interpretation of mine initially. Thereafter, maybe in practice, we might reach to a level where we can understand what we want.
Yes, sir. Skills, clarity, two different things. Skills you need to learn. We may do some mistakes, but clarity saves us. At least that feeling is intact. I may fail to the way I speak. The certain words I may use it, which is not helps in that situation. But I will learn that skills. That's no worry. Don't worry. We'll have a long life. But at least that clarity helps to ensure this feeling. That is very, very important for our happiness.
Right. Thank you.
Yes. So any questions, doubts, or any reflections before we go to just doing 5-minute revision? Archana ji, Bhaskar ji, M.E. Arun, Padmaja garu, Nina Sonar, Abdul Latif ji. Anyone, you can unmute and speak. So we reached to 6th day. So I request others who are not spoke at, any questions, sharing?
I think I can share one of my practices. I am doing for the past few decades in relation to the money matters, because since the last question was about money, so whenever I want to give anything to anyone, if it is within my limits, I follow one policy, that is give and forget. If they repay, well and good. If they don't repay, then I don't have any pain. So this is the practice I am following, and in most of the cases, I don't involve in any type of financial transactions with anyone, mostly. If at all I want to involve, means I do practice this type of thing, that if someone asks me 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees, if I could able to provide only half of it, I mean 500 or 1,000, something like that, just give and forget. That is what I am practicing. Just this I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you. So I will summarize in a few minutes so that we can take questions on that concepts discussed today morning. So we are the last 3-4 days we've been discussing on feelings in relationship. There are feelings in relationship. The principle behind it is that when we understand this feeling, when we ensure this feeling in myself, that leads to my happiness. It's not that expecting from the other. When I have this feeling, it leads to my happiness. In Hindi, there is a proverb, na, Sukh paane ka cheez nahi hai, hone ka cheez hai. And we say human beings, because the being word has come that we be in that state. It's not that you get. It is central to this Jivana Vidya, this word. Understanding and ensuring that feeling in self, that leads to my happiness. Then only I express, then only I can express. Without having it, if I try to express also, I get tired. Thak jayenge. And like when you have something, you can share it freely. When you don't have, then there will be a lot of pressure to share. So expressing this feeling leads to mutual happiness. In that case, whether the other is reciprocate or not, at least my happiness is secured. I can calm, then participate in the situation. So one of the feeling in depth, we discussed the gratitude. It's a very, very important feeling. It's equivalent to that, the importance, if not more than that, equivalent to the trust. last 1 year, I am like, I know this concept much before, but last 1 year, I am sincerely practicing this. Believe me, sir, it fundamentally transformed the way you look at things. It's a feeling. When this feeling arises in us, when we are able to appreciate the efforts, people or anyone or anything, any physical things made towards your survival, your development, and your excellence. All the three things. You know? But this feeling, it's not an intellectual thing. Intellectually, many people, we feel thankful. It's not that. But if at all you want to enjoy this feeling, there are three steps into it. You have to cognitively recognize that. That's what the first activity you did. Emotionally, you need to appreciate, yes, this is adding value. And this contribution is very important in my life. It is adding value in my life. You are able to appreciate. Very important. Willingly, you are expressing that. This is what most of the time we fail. It's like self-awareness. We think I am aware, but not really. This is also that. We think I'm thankful to the other, but may not be in reality. Willingly expressing this gratitude is very, very important. The two beautiful things happen. Whenever you express gratitude, you are in that harmony. Another beauty, what happens that our relationship gets strengthened. So these are the two magics will happen. It is the easiest feeling one can practice to compare to all other feelings. So the key questions is raised is that, since with honesty, imandari se, we need to ask ourselves this question. Am I grateful to all the contributions in my life? All the efforts people are making towards my life? At least as many people as possible. Am I grateful? Am I seeing that reality? Second, with the closest people in life, there is something they has, what has been done, and there is something what not has been done. It's not that everything people is wrong. There is something in the what people contributed to your life, and they may not contributed many things. But where is your focus? Are you focusing on the full picture, or are you only seeing that what not has been done? The third question, where you are putting your efforts consciously to express the gratitude, or to complaining, to nagging that people are not grateful towards your efforts? Where is your energy and efforts going on? These are very important questions to reflect. So Giriji shared 3 videos. Do this, everyone. Do this, and let's see what happens to you. You watch each video step by step. After each video, reflect that what I can do from tomorrow onwards. Just reflect on. If possible, share in the WhatsApp. That inspires the others also. 3 videos. For all the 3 videos, you reflect what I can do from tomorrow onwards. What I would like to do. For this question, you reflect everyone. See what insights is emerge. So there are many practices we can do. At the end of the day, every day we can spend 5 minutes to express the gratitude for that whole day. Whoever is helped you to go that day well. And you can put some visual reminders. Every week you want to share your gratitude to some people. Different kinds of people, from your parents, your family, your friends, your teachers, your colleagues, or anyone, your neighbors, or anyone who is helping for you to survive or to get some material, or many ways. So we need to practice. We need to start this as a habit. So that's what Swami sir might have explained it. So conclusion is that feeling of gratitude can be experienced, not only knowing level, experiential level. When we appreciate the efforts and when we express this towards all the people who is contributing to your survival, development, and excellence. So the other feeling, what discuss the reverence, the Shraddha Bhav. The feeling, when this feeling comes, when you have acceptance, when you have acceptance for excellence, Shrestata ki Swikruti ka bhav. What does this excellence mean? Whatever since day one we are talking. At these 4 levels of your living, are you seeing that the ultimate goal is to understand and live in harmony? The moment you see this is the ultimate life, what it means to be happy. This is what is the excellence mean in life. When you Swikruti, when you have acceptance for this thing, then naturally, whoever achieved this kind of, whoever living this life or whoever achieved in previously, towards those people, you will have this feeling of reverence, Shraddha Bhav. This is what the God and goddesses, the idea behind that is that whoever is excelled in their life, those people are inspiration for the next generation. That's why we revered. Before you used to write a letter, you remember that we start with revered father, revered mother, like all this revered teacher. That's someone who excelled in life and who are inspiration for you. When the moment you have this acceptance, you immediately come out of this competition, this to be special trap. Shrestata, Visishtata, we say, Visishtata trap. When you are always your attention in excellence, you never get into a trap of comparison and a jealousy or all this stuff. Always there is a festival environment around you. So very, very important, this feeling of acceptance for excellence, Shraddha Bhav. When we have this, then naturally the worship is nothing but we make effort to achieve this excellence. Whatever we do, we try to put efforts. That's what puja means. That's what worship means. The saying work is worship is coming from this. You work towards that excellence, either at home, either in your professional life or anywhere. Every activity is to achieve that excellence, that harmony. If you are working, you are contributing towards some societal aspect to achieve the harmony in society. In the family, every action is towards that harmony. So naturally, the way you conduct yourself will be very different. So when we get one full day holidays for all the festivals, for all the birthdays of the great people, it's not to just eat special items and sleep and take rest. It also that at least this one day, you contemplate, you think what they have done, what kind of effort they put, why they are become revered people. That's why there is a gap, there is a day. So when you work for excellence or I am working toward be special, these two attitudes fundamentally transforms the way we are conducting ourselves in life. So the glory is that it's a feeling towards the people who are putting efforts for excellence. If anyone who is putting efforts, either it's my colleague or my own family member, that Gaurav Bhav, then the glory. Naturally, when you have this feeling, you have appreciation. You celebrate your friend's success. You don't cry when someone is that. That owner's pride, that neighbor's envy, that kind of sayings won't come. You feel very happy when someone is there putting that efforts towards that. Either he knows more, you want to learn from him with the motivation. If he knows less, when you are putting higher efforts, you may want to contribute for him when he needs. Gratitude is the feeling towards the people who are putting efforts for my excellence. So these three are very much connected. Reverence is for the people who achieved the excellence. Glory is for the people who are putting efforts for the excellence. Gratitude is who are putting efforts for my excellence. So this is what the people, three feelings is very much connected to it. Very important for us to excel in our work or the conduct ourselves, with the freedom, with autonomy. So the another feeling, which is not last but not least, very important feeling of love, which is the extension of the affection. That it's a feeling that I am related to everyone. Anya means someone. Ananya means no one is the other. I am related to everyone. It's a feeling of the, it's a feeling that I am related to everyone and every aspect in the nature. The feeling for everyone, but in action, you conduct yourself with affection with the near and dear people. So in Jivana Vidya, they says that at least do you have one person in life where you unconditionally will love? It's very important. This is not between two bodies. This is not what Bollywood and other woods, what they famous, is not that love. Love, it's a feeling that I'm related to everyone. Ananyata. There's no one is the other. So that's what, when this feeling is there, we express this feeling in terms of daya, krupa, karuna, the kindness, beneficence, and compassion. So in simple words, whoever the people who you related to, who you think related to, if they need money or material, you may share it. If they lack the knowledge, you may share it. Compassion, whatever they lack, you give it. So that's the simple thing. One is related to material, one is related to feeling and knowledge, one is unconditional. Whatever they need, you give it. So need not to go technicalities, just this much. So these are the 4 feelings Swamiji is discussed morning. Any questions, doubts on this, we can discuss.
Seva sir.
Sir.
Sir, can I ask one more question?
Haji, please.
Sir, how have you practiced this reverence in your life in developing the relationship? Your case, if you may say.
Sir, in relationships, I practice gratitude, but reverence is that whoever is excelled something in their life, for them naturally, this reverence comes. For example, when you see a person who is living a certain kind of life in his relationships, in his thing, naturally that seems to be that helping me to recognize it's a possible. This is not theory. Now that person is living, and if one person is living, and anyone can live, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Now that person is showed that, look, as a human, I can live. For me, like whoever is helping that, for me, it's very much is inspirational. In our own group, in our own CHDC group, if someone, in one aspect, when someone excelled, when someone is living, like wife and husband in such a way that you don't see, that excellence, you see it in that living. Now that is inspiring me to learn, to feel grateful towards them for that inspiration. Now that inspiration is helping me to put efforts. It is possible. When that inspiration is there, then we easily, we say that theory baji hai, is practically not possible.
Right.
So many people, when you read Gandhi, when you read any goddesses, that when these are not stories, there's something, they're possibilities. As a human, this is how you can live.
Right.
Right. That's why that wherever good, we should take the inspiration from. That's why the revered people is all over the place, in all over the cultures, in all over the religions.
No.
Look at that. In the Christianity, we say that if someone is nailing into his hands, then at the time he's saying that, okay, these guys don't know what they're doing. Leave it. That words, the way it's saying that, now it is possibility. It is showing a possibility. So that's how I am trying to see that practice feeling of reverence towards whoever is excelled in any part of the life.
Right.
You see that this cricket god, the Sachin is god. Look at that one sport. If someone excelled, as a nation or as a world, we said that he's god of cricket. That's the actual concept, sir. That's all. We should not to over-evaluate or under-evaluate. Anyone who excelled in life, excelled in something, either contributing to humanity or society, or as an individual, he lives that life. That is a person who can who can take reverence. Towards that person, that feeling of reverence.
Right. In such simple word, we can say it's like forming a role model, sir.
Role model for what?
In such specific learning some specific
to live, sir. To live. Now we need to go back to definition of excellence. To understand and live in harmony.
No.
For my life, someone is giving inspiration.
Right.
Very important, sir. For us, inspiration is very important to put the efforts.
Oh.
Then gratitude. Gratitude is, I think, very, very important, sir. Like for me, this class to conduct, how many people might have helped me to share this knowledge? And now it's very important. When you people are not there, then to whom I can share this clarity? Now we both are helping each other to become better people in this space. So every opportunity you see that, every learning, every help for our growth and our survival, the moment you see it, then automatically that feeling will come, sir. Our conditioned mind sometimes take over, but in this direction, small practices give the big results.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, this is Pradeep.
Sir.
I just want to ask you, can you show me that slide where it compares strive for excellence, other one is strive for being special. I really liked it. Can you elaborate more on? I just want to see once.
Okay. So I think let me ask Swami Garu, have you explained this part? Morning. Okay. So these two concepts, sir, like I think Swamiji might have explained. Let me explain it again. To be special and to excel.
Explained, sir.
Explained, na? So that classroom example that he might have taken the classroom example.
No, Shivagaru. And I didn't give the detailed explanation for that excellence and competition.
Okay.
Just I give the small.
Briefly told.
Okay. Thank you. Sir, it's very important for us to see the difference between these two and evaluate ourselves where I'm operating from. So the simple example to understand the concept is that in a classroom of 40, how many people can get the first rank? Either 1 or 2. But how many people has a possibility to understand subject completely and getting 100 of 100? All the people. Now, a person who is striving for excellence is that to understand it in its entirety. To excel means to get the complete understanding. 100 of 100 is what we call excellence. To be special, among these 30 people, I want to be first. Here it is, I want to be special here. Now you see that who will be in freedom? Around whom will be the very healthy environment? A person who wants to understand subject completely, to excel, Is he losing anything by helping the other people? When he explains that subject or when he shares his knowledge, he may get more benefit. But a person who is aiming for first rank, can he help anyone? Around whom the negative environment will be there? You might have seen that 3 Idiots movie. The entire movie's concept is that कामयाबी के पीछे ना गया तो काम जक मार के आएगा. This is the meaning. Now that when you are in your profession or in your personal life, anywhere you see that when you are aiming to be special, always other you see that as an enemy, competitor, someone who is stopping you. But if you are aiming for excellence, either other gives inspiration or other is an opportunity for you to help. So to be special is very much coming from conditioned mind. But here, to live excellence and to work for excellence is coming out of your natural acceptance. Sreshtata, Visishtata. So this is what this topic, sir. Do you have any question around it?
No, I don't have any. I liked it, so I just wanted to see again.
Yes. No, it liberates us. Wherever we go, it really helps us. If we are operating from the excellence space, then naturally we figure it out things.
Correct. On the right-hand side, if you want to strive for special, you have a lot of insecurities, as you mentioned. You don't want to share anything. You always be threatened.
Yes. Yes, sir. You can see our workplace many times these things.
Yeah. Right. And also you showed us regarding gratitude jar, right? Is there a concept around it, like what to do with that?
Yes. No, when you watch those 3 videos, you will get better clarity about it.
Okay. Thank you.
So, because we have less time in the class, that's why we don't go details. That's why we give as a homework. But please, I request all the people, please watch each video and reflect. Don't watch at one go. Each video and reflect what I should be doing from tomorrow onwards. Okay. Any questions?
Sir, I have one question.
Please.
Sir, like here, like we were saying that, you are saying that working towards the excellence. Okay, so working towards the excellence, in case like, how to define it, sir? Like, okay, like for example, we are in the world like where, in case of me, I am saying, okay, I am in the place like where always the competition is there. Like, it is not really healthy competition. Even sometimes, I don't want to be in this position. So yeah. So how to overcome this? Like,
Sir, like whatever the position you want to, whatever you want to go, whatever the work you want to do, who gets that opportunity to do the work? Who has some subject knowledge?
Yeah.
That's it, na? Now your effort should be to on that post, or your effort to acquire that knowledge, that skill, that clarity. Yeah. Now, if I am capable of doing that work, if my focus is on that work, then naturally I will be taking care of that, securing that place, na?
Yeah.
What is the competition, sir? So in the 10 people, like this is what happens, na? If your focus is on excellence, naturally you are in the first row of the competition, sir. But if your focus is on the people who are working that, always there's a possibility to go, to be in that insecurity. Very much other is the focus, not myself.
Yes, sir.
In excellence also competition is there, but you are competing with yourself. You are striving to become better than yesterday.
Yes, sir.
In every aspect, you are stretching yourself.
Yeah.
So there, what magic comes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I'm also very much exploring this point in my life. Whenever it is happening, I see clearly it really separates from you, from that crowd.
Yeah.
Whenever you are putting efforts for that excellence.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Think about it, sir. Contemplate
Yes,
about
sir,
it.
yes, sir. That is true.
What about what me living that excellence mean in your profession, in your life, in your every aspect of your journey?
Yes, sir.
That contemplation will helps.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Any other? From all the 9 feelings we discussed, there are 9 feelings very, very important in relationship. Trust, vishwas, respect, samman, affection, sneh, care, mamata, guidance, vatsal, reverence, shraddha, glory, gaurav, gratitude, krutagnata, love, prem or ananyata. 9 feelings which is naturally acceptable to us for every human being. When we see the principle behind the feeling, that when we understand that reality, that feeling can be ensured in the self, then it can be expressed with the other person. At least that 6 or 7 relationship that matters to me in your life, where my 80-90% of life goes, at least in those closest relationships, can I live with these feelings? Is the proposal. Nyaya pradhan, nyaya yachak. There are 2 kinds of things. We say adult. Adult means someone who is doing the justice. Understanding these 9 feelings, living accordingly, is what leads to nyaya, the justice. When we are not living with these feelings, that's what we call anyaya. That's why we go to court or one. In court or anywhere in the conflict, you get the judgment, you get saja, but you won't get the justice. But the justice is living with these feelings, understanding and living these feelings. So that's what last 4 days we are discussing. So any questions, clarifications, reflections are welcome. Request others also to unmute and reflect or question. Any questions, sir?
It's only last 10 minutes opportunity for you to ask questions on relationships. Tomorrow it's not going to be relationships.
Yes.
So this is the last 10 minutes opportunity for you all.
Any reflections also welcome on these 9 feelings, what we discussed.
By the way, I was just joking. Okay, if you want to discuss relationships, even after the workshop, we can still discuss.
Yes.
There is no issue. So I was just, making everyone talk. So I think, yeah, Tejaswini ji, you're unmuted. You can ask questions.
Yeah, so I have a question. See, we are all creatures of habits, and after this workshop, we'll go back to being in our old ways. So, is there a shortcut method so that we are conscious or aware of at least, even if we do 20-30% to begin with, and then we continuously create these new habits?
No, Hariji will not send you without helping you to practice that. Last day, that's what we discussed for some time. How to inculcate, how to start these things. So that's why he suggested that. But one thing, madam, you need to come up with your own practices. So what he suggested on the day 3 from that book, Morning Miracle. So that helps us to start practices.
Okay.
At least take one practice and practice for one week each. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Then this affirmation is very important, because what happens is that in our mind, then the way it functions is that we have two things. One is our subconscious mind or conscious mind. Our subconscious mind is what is from our conditioning, our practices, all this stuff. So all programming happen in our subconscious mind. Now your conscious mind, now you are learning these things. You are seeing it. It is very important. Yes, I need to live this life, and this is a very possibility. All things you are learning that.
Yeah.
This is what happening. Now the irony is that the conscious mind is a 40-bit processor. Your subconscious mind is a 40 kilobyte, is a 40 GB processor. What happens? However you feel it's good, from tomorrow onwards, when after this workshop, your life will take over.
Yeah, exactly.
From external environment or your own subconscious mind, what you've been conditioned with.
Exactly.
That. So now you need to train your mind. You need to train your mind in such a way that you have to strengthen this conscious mind. One second. You have to train your conscious mind in such a way that it rewrites this program and it takes over the control in life. How we do? Only mantra, conscious practice. Conscious practice, reflection. Only practice also won't do that. Reflection. That what I want to be, what I am doing. And every day, one take some small practice and practice it. But always remember the celebration that -100 to -10 is the greatest journey. I may be still in minus, but this 90 steps is a great journey in life. You have to always take a reference that where I was yesterday, where I am today. This FIR, last time what I introduced, please remember this thing. That gives you energy. Otherwise, we will become cynical. So practice reflection. Practice reflection.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We'll share a small video about latest neuroscience research. You can just look at that.
Okay.
Yes. So any other questions? Anything? Anything from last 6 days, what we've been discussing. So we have 1 or 2 minutes before we close. So if you have time, I can show that video. Do you want to watch that video now for 5 minutes? Are you interested in that?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. If there is no questions, then I'll go there. If any questions are there?
We can watch the video.
Okay.
He's talking.
Okay.
Are talking about how your unconscious really shapes your life, your decisions. What they say, according to cognitive neuroscientists, we are conscious of only about 5% of our cognitive activity. Most people, 1% of their day is in the conscious mind. So every day, you create only from your